You've been told particles are the building blocks of reality, little billiard balls, tiny beads. Cool story. But what if that's like trying to understand the ocean by collecting buckets of water? Here's my hook. I say the universe doesn't start with particles. It starts with fields and waves. Patterns first, pieces later. Classical physics says particle first. Cosmorphiology says field first. And that difference changes everything. Let me lay out the ontology I'm working with. Field, wave, pattern, particle, dissolution, field. A field is the canvas. A wave is the movement on that canvas. Patterns stabilize in that motion. Particles are the compressed, locked-in nodes of that pattern. Then, over time, those nodes dissolve back into the field. If you're stuck on particle first, you're in a low bandwidth mode. It's like peering at reality through a straw. No wonder consciousness looks like a glitch. No wonder qualia get dismissed as illusions. You're trying to rebuild the ocean with Lego, and the classic questions don't go away. What created the first particle? How did that particle generate a field, a wave, a pattern? Was that first particle floating in, what? Empty space? If space was already there, was it really empty? Or was it a field you just couldn't measure yet? That last bit is the crux. Particle-first thinking tends to assume the field begins where instruments light up. But if your meter can't see a gradient, you call it nothing. That's not ontology. That's a tool limitation. Scientific convergence matters. Look at semantics. Inject a frequency into a plate of sand and the sand snaps into a pattern, instantly, repeatably. Wave precedes form, every single time. In quantum field theory, fields are fundamental. Particles show up as excitations, localized, quantized ripples. And the double slit? When you add an interaction that extracts which path information, the wave-like pattern collapses into localized detections. Again, the field behavior is primary. The particle hit is the stabilized outcome of interaction. Practical, testable, observable, repeatable. Zoom out to interscalable reality. The ocean precedes the fish, the land precedes the forest, the atmosphere precedes its inhabitants. Cyberspace precedes AI. The pitch precedes the game. Now point me to a case, any scale, where the inhabitant precedes the space it inhabits. There isn't one. So yeah, this is a challenge to classical particle-first intuitions. You say it's X, tiny bits all the way down. I say it's Y, fields in motion giving rise to patterns that sometimes harden into bits, then soften back into flow. Why does this matter? Because your ontology is a bandwidth choice. Choose particles first, and you'll keep tripping over hard problems, trying to bolt mind onto matter after the fact. Choose fields first, and consciousness stops looking like a magic trick. It looks like a stabilized pattern within a living field, emergent, integrated, dynamic. So here's the invitation. Swap the straw for the ocean. Start with field, wave, pattern, particle, dissolution, field. Let measurement be a snapshot, not the origin story. You say it's X, I say it's Y. That's the debate. The experiment is simple. Follow the wave and see how often form follows. Every single time.